Hello, and welcome to my baby stream. It is I, Ellie, aka Keeb New, aka Keeb Boo, where this is the after work situation we're working with. But that's okay. My mic is running away. Yeah, it's trying to escape because it knows not to mess around. Hello, rubber duckies. We got Kajata, Sultan of Sleep, Trey's Splatter. What is that? Is that a broccoli? Dan, Iowa Nay. What's up, people? I'm doing good, Sultan of Sleep. Bruh, but this time change has like destroyed any sort of like concept of time and space that I ever had before. The time change has completely destroyed my life. Yeah, like I woke up late for work and I start work late, right? I woke up late for work, y'all. Also, hello, I'm a new. Thank you for subscribing. Happy Pi Day. Dang, 15 months, baby. Yeah, so my sleep schedule is wrecked. It's light outside and I love living in darkness, so you could say it's not going that good for me today. But yeah, hello everyone. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors, 3D Keys and ThoughtKeys.com. ThoughtKeys actually hooked me up with a little giveaway, so I set that up today. So that's on my Instagrams. But yeah, so we're giving away one of these. It's the TKR01 rotary encoder. It's Winnie approved. It has their cute logo on the bottom. So if you want to win one of these and be fancy like me, go to my Instagram. But yeah, I was gonna set up the Winnie cam because she's sitting right behind me. So let's do that real fast before we get into the keyboards. But how is all of your days going? I started watching Star Trek Discovery, imagining you singing fancy. Is that like wait, I'm not versed in music, but give me. Oh, wait. I think I know what you're talking about. I was thinking of, is it Fancy or what's that movie where like the animals are in like an American Idol? That's not Fancy, is it? Is this, what is it called? And there was a second one that came out recently. Sing. Okay, I don't know why my brain like went to that instead. Hello, Streaking Bison. Okay, let's see if we can get the Winnie cam rolling. Oh, it works. Oh, also you can see what's on the other side of my desk. So that's my my PC. And then inside of the PC, we have a little kitty cat. And on top, there's like that's my trash can and my little grumpy lucky cat. And then I have these they're like handkerchiefs I picked up in Japan, and they're Star Wars. So I had these like frame things made from someone on Etsy, and then I hung them up, or my brother hung it up because I'm lazy. But look who's with us today, Wee Wee. He's really angry. Mad, bro. But yeah, lately I've been using this is the Baka 60 polycarb. This one has the Kiwi switches that Iwane sent me, so I love it. Oh, Turtle Cat! Thank you for subscribing. Dang, 2 months on a row. Dang. Also, thanks for following Bendy Myers. What's up? So yeah, I got this one, this has been my board for the last couple of days. It has 808 boom on it. I just like RGBs. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love RGBs. It makes me feel fancy. And also it like looks really cool at night. I know 808 Boom came out so good. That's like the only set I will give Infinity credit for, because this is how I know that it would have came out good, because if it didn't come out good, I was gonna go fly to China. Like, you don't mess with Lang in this house. Alright, so let me see if I can find, what am I looking for? Oh, so give Lang it. Yeah, Andy and Lang, they definitely like made sure to QC that mess, and they sent it back when it wasn't right, so that's good. So some mail that I got recently. Your girl, obviously you know I'm a magic girl, which the magic girl group buy just ended, but your girl won a Arcana Keys raffle. So this is a DSA cap to match the Millennium version of Magic Girl. So we already got one of our artisans ready. Well, I have all the Sodi caps ones that I got. Lang, hello. Speaking of the devil, and by devil I mean cutie patootie, we're just talking about your keycap set, bro. Cause I've been using it, and we were saying how good you did. Your hotel's lame. Well, you have a Winnie cam, so you can hang out with Winnie. And then today I'm so excited because someone, Dee hooked me up because Dee referred someone to me that needed some through-hole kits built. So, and you guys know I love that crate. So, we have 2 kits to build. Let me pull up I'll put the link in the chat. Both of them are by this company called Nullbits. So we have a Nibble 65%, as well as a Tidbit, which is their numpad. She is cute. She's too cute, that's the problem. She has that like little face like this. I don't know what to call it, but she's very convincing when I want to, like, if I'm tired, she will convince me to take a nap real fast. So let me grab the box. Say hi to your uncle. Alright, so inside we got this. So the person sent along some switches. They are using the Glorious Panda switches. And then I wanna keep noob singing your praises. Bruh, I wanna knows that we love him. Oh no! He redeemed the typing test. Hold on. Wait, let me get the thing. Well, anyways, we'll have to let this sit for a second while we do our typing test. I still need to give this number pad to my friend. Actually, I should probably buy a tidbit for myself. Hey, what's up, Rufio? Me and my friend haven't just met up in a while, so I haven't been able to give it to her yet. But okay, let me get we want the numbers one. Okay, where is the freaking... No, we want the... Was it 10 key? How do I switch it to the number? I forgot. I was very happy the 808 space bars don't suck. Oh, hey game. No, I told them we were all gonna fly to China and like take them down if they messed that crap up. How do I do it again? I forgot. Custom punctuation numbers. Change. Let me see if I do this. Monkey type 10 key. Oh, maybe it's on the dev one. Let's check that. Also, have you guys tried the they have like the, I forget what it's called. It's like a competitive monkey type where you can like play with a bunch of people. Oh, it's called Tribe. That's what it's called. Yeah. I played it on a couple people's streams and it was really fun. How do I switch it to the... I've done this before. Need to rest. Oh, well, thanks for stopping by, Ling. 10 key numbers. Wah! Monkey type. I need to like, is there a way to like save it? And I'll be like, I'll call it math. That's... I'm failing. I don't know how to do this. Numbers only. Okay, here. Punctuations. No, I don't want that. How did I do this last? Escape. Or maybe this. Numbers on. Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to find where I did it before. Cause I don't remember. Input. No. Behavior. See if I do. Huh. Yeah, how did I do this before? Well, I can see if there's another website. Maybe I just used a different site. We'll do a 1 minute test. Okay. Set up. Oh, let me increase. Okay, so 1 minute and key test. Yeah. The first time I did this, the big issue I had was that I didn't have the right legends for like the plus minus symbols, and so I was struggling. Okay, let's go. Ugh. No, how do you delete? Ugh. Plus 861.43. Ah, there's too many numbers. No, no. 74 times 0. Divided by. I love to see a 10 key type off. I know it's so hard. So I got 94%, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it in monkey type again, because I know I did it before. Bruh, the stresses. But yeah, once I give this off to my friend, I'm gonna have to make my own. So I'll have one available. Or I'll just need to finish one of my keyboards with a numpad. Okay, so let's us begin. It's so hard without 2 user. Oh yeah, I could imagine, yeah. I think the garbage truck doesn't have a 2U0, so that would be difficult, I think. And I think that's the only board I have or have coming that's has a numpad. Monkey type really hides it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out where it is. I totally forgot. Alright. Oh, Diode wants a Nibble? What? So we got Glorious Panda switches. This kit is the tidbit. So the tidbit is the numpad. And they also included Milmax sockets. So I'll be Milmaxing this after I get it working. It comes with the hardware for the for this guy. These also have LEDs, so it's pretty cool. When we get into the Nibble, I'll show you. But there's a an acrylic diffuser layer that's like between the bottom plate and the PCB, which is really cool. So we'll be installing LEDs. There's a lot of rotary encoders that'll be happening. Yeah, if you've ever seen like the CFTKB boards, like the Discipline and the Dissipad and stuff, it's very similar to those. But these are Pro Micro based rather than the CFTKB ones. Use the like at Mega 32 chips. So yeah. Which is kind of cool because then you could technically use like a Bluetooth enabled Pro Micro, like a drop-in replacement. So any like the Nice Nano would work. But yeah. The other thing I found out when I was reading the docs too is they have TRRS cables. So I'm thinking that you would be able to connect these together. So you could connect the tidbit to the Nibble and then plug the Nibble in to the computer with USB and power the numpad through TRRS from the main one. So it's pretty cool. Yep, so they also included some bit Cs. These are their version of Pro Micro or Elite C. Same type of thing. Go to the settings and scroll down, you'll see 58008. Nice. And then, yep, there's another rotary encoder. We got diodes. Yeah, it's really cool. I never thought about doing that before, but it makes sense with... I know that like, what's the name? KeyBio's kind of moving away from TRS connectors. Like their newest version of the QFrequency uses USB-C. But I do like the idea of like being able to chain your devices, because at least my computer, especially when I'm streaming, I use a lot of USB ports. And then I don't know if this is the person who included this, but they included some solder wire, which is very thoughtful of them. Uh-oh. So I don't know if we'll get to the tidbit today. This is definitely going to be a build process that's going to take several days. So just because these kits can take a lot of time. But yeah, content, baby. And then this is the Nibble. So similar contents. We have a pack that has our diodes, LEDs, resistors, capacitors. Also, something that's kind of cool is the Nibble has an option where you can use this big LED. It's like a big RGB LED. I'm assuming it's like an indicator light. It also uses these two on the Nibble, and I'm assuming, what are these? These are, I see, what is it? Let's look up this part. Because I'm curious, since semiconductor. That boy chunk it, yeah. Well, we'll get to this part in the build guide, but yeah, I'm curious what that one does. Since it does use the bit C. Oh, interesting. Yeah. I'm curious about that now. Cause yeah, we'll get to it. So this one also has a couple of options for encoders, rotary encoders. We got the hardware. There's a plate. That's the plate. And then we have our PCB. So we'll be messing with this today. So you can see here on this side, we have the spot for the bit C reset button. This position can house an encoder. This one can also house that weird LED. And then an OLED can sit this direction here. It does have a 7U and 6.25U spacebar options, as well as a split spacebar option. Only full backspace. It does have ISO. Yeah. You can do split left shift and then set the regular caps. So, one thing I will say about this kit, the documentation they did is amazing, fantastic. That's why, like, I think if people are looking for a through-hole kit, I will definitely recommend these ones, simply because of the way they documented everything. Alright, so this one also has a bit C, as well as an OLED display. Kinda cute, it has their like little logo on it and everything. Some of us really need all the documentation. Oh no, we all need documentation. They also have, this is the acrylic piece that goes over the components at the top. This is the back plate. So I don't know if you're able to see it, but this is Nibble. And it's kind of like a cool pattern on the back. Yeah, see these little areas cutouts here? These are for TRS connectors, which is pretty cool. I wonder if that's what those things are for. I might need to do some more research, because I've never seen those devices used alongside the bit like a Pro Micro. And then this is a piece, so this is the diffuser piece. So this goes, it'll sit like on here. And so the LEDs, it'll get diffused through this layer along the sides, which is pretty cool. I like it. Okay, so I'll keep these together. We'll start with the PCB today and see how far we get. And yeah. But yeah, if you know anyone or you yourself have a through-hole kit that you don't want to build, holla at me. I'll do it. I'm always down. I'm gonna put all these in here so we don't lose anything. But yeah, my game plan with these kinds of kits, my game plan is to first Um, test the, or like assemble all the components on the PCB, the through-hole components. And then flash the Pro Micro and test it, solder that on, and test it. And then once it's all working with the switches, or actually even before the switches, I'll probably solder the LEDs. And then once that's working, we'll mil-max this miss. Because they wanted it mil-max. Oh, which device was like? I was curious about this piece. What about a Hyper 7? Oh, I'll have to take a look at one name. But I'm always down for a challenge. So these came at the Nibble. When I Google search this, it says it's a semiconductor port expanders. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. Because these have or this build, it has like options for TRS connectors. You can see it here. So that makes sense. I was thinking there would be one for each of them, because there's one on this side and then there's one on this side. It's more for the matrix. Oh, okay. So like if they didn't oh, okay, that makes sense. So like if they didn't have enough pins and they didn't like multiverse this, they could just add more with that thingy. PCB is cool. Alright. Let's get to diode bending. You're my favorite. If you want to follow along, I put the build guide link in chat. I'll post it again. But their documentation is on fleek. Also, Ione says a Hyper 7 keyboard. Oh wait, I've seen these. I love this kind of stuff. Ione. Is this the one where like it has like a ridiculous amount of stabs, right? Like on the top 2 rows. I would be down to build one of these. Yeah, it has an insane number of stabilizers. I think somebody counted it was like 28 or something like that. Alright. Thank you, Double Day, for reporting for supervisor duty. Alright. Okay, so let's do LEDs. I love LEDs. Not LEDs, diodes. I'm seeing one thing and talking about something else at the same time. You can do 2 1U on the top 2 rows. Oh dang, yeah. Artisan opportunities, baby. Ooh. This is our beautiful PCB. And Winnie is knocked out. In like old baby mode. Just kidding, I woke her up. But yeah, this kit, I did notice that they had a link, they linked to like 3D printer files for like a diode bender, which is pretty cool. I'm kind of tempted to send it off to somebody I know to get a little diode bendy, but also I don't mind doing it by hand. Let's get out of here. But yeah, I'm trying to think what I did recently that was cool for keyboards. Oh, me and Trades worked on the Chaos Pad case over the weekend. So I think they're pretty much ready for ordering now. I tried to use up the space that's like in the middle of the layers to have something else cut at the same time for peak efficiency. So once I get one of those cases in, I can build it on stream. Because I actually haven't fully built a Chaos Pad yet. I just tested it that it works. Okay. So one thing I would improve on these kits is these thingies here are not labeled as to which direction. But they do, the black line goes on the top. So diodes are directional and you need to make sure they're going the right direction or you will have problems. Look how nice though that like silver looks though. Dang. So I think I'll do my usual. There is also one special case for the diodes. If you see this hole, the second to last one, you have to surface mount one of the holes because basically the TRS connector sits underneath here or something. So like you'll have one short leg and then one long leg. It's interesting. Yeah, I have to send you the updated files trades because I worked on it a little bit after you left. But look, oh man, I missed through whole kits. Look how cute. That's cute. Yeah, I think I might want to edit that one squiggle because I'm extra and then go from there. But I figured out some things by myself and with Hallie's help. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if it would crash my computer to have Fusion running and my stream. We can find out later. I need a diode bender for the next through hole I do. Yeah, I mean, I usually do them by hand. So my trick is I will like put my fingers on the diode component itself, and then I put my two fingers this way and I just run it across. And for me, that does the perfect length. So, you know, you just gotta get pro fingies. Neckwild sells a basic bender. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've never used one. And then, like, people had told me to try doing, like, you can stack, like, a certain number of credit cards together or, like, gift cards. And you can bend them on that. I forget the amount. But I've had the best success just doing it by hand. Hey, what's up, Keebweeb? Yeah, I usually just go like that. Push the legs down. Yeah, there was only one build where I needed it to be a specific length, and that was that like Navi 10 kit. I don't know if you ever built one of those. Those are really cute, but it actually comes with a little diode bender. So like they cut like a little like little slots in the corner, and then you put the diode in the middle, and then you bend it around the corner, and it does it like the perfect size for that. It was really cool. But yeah, I've been brainstorming like designing my own through hole kit. My main issue is like I'll design this crap, but I don't want to deal with like selling stuff or dealing with customers. Like that's the main reason I got out of, or I studied like computer science, was so I would never have to deal with customers again. Like even with like the keycaps that I'm designing, I'm just like low-key dreading dealing with like customers. I'm like, can I just like hide in the background? That's why you design it and make someone else sell it. See, I would know you're right. That's what I need to do, because the anxieties of like just thinking about it. I'm like, it's just that people ask some of the stupidest questions, and I've seen it in other people's discords and group buys and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't have the patience for that. So shout out to the vendors, because holy crap, y'all got the real patience with people. I don't have time for that. But yeah, I had an idea for a through hole kind of 40. It's like 40 with the artisan row. So then just trying to figure out bottom row option. I think the rest of it's pretty much there. One of the good things too about these kits is that the designers, they sell them on Amazon, so you can take advantage of that Prime shipping, and they sell all the components and everything through there too, which is pretty sweet. I think the Nibble is sold out right now, but the Tidbit is available, the numpad that they offer. So it's very accessible, which is nice. Because yeah, CFTKB was kind of like the one running the through hole show a few years ago, but he's kind of like taken a step back from the hobby, so it's hard to unless you, luckily those files are open source, so if you wanted to get a discipline made, you can make it happen. But yeah, it's like hard to refer people to through hole kits now that are like larger, because usually you'll find like 40s and stuff. Also, hello, thank you for following Nova Intrepid. Welcome to my baby stream. We're working on a Nibble 65 today. So this is the through hole keyboard kit. So we're just doing the diodes right now, and then we will work on the other components after this. They're a through hole kit for low profile switches for chalk. I believe, I want to say one of the like Curia, or like what is it called? I want to say that like one of the Curia ones supports chalk. Yeah, it does. It's like the Kyria and like the Souffle and those like split key. Yeah, Kyria and Corn have chalk. What's your thought key code so I can tell I love you? It's code KeepNoob. I think I put the link in the... Oh, there you go. You can like add that ref KeepNoob to the end of the URL. Or you could just type in KeepNoob. Also, MK Ultra sells chalk Rivian. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so MK Ultra in the US is probably the one you'll find the most chalk and like boardwalk related stuff. I'm trying to think who else is Little Keyboards. Do they have some of those kits? Yeah, Little Keyboards, it seems like they have some kits too, but I'm not sure if they have any Oh, here, the Naked 48 and the Naked 60 are my choices for like a non-tiny baby board. I really want to build one of these, but yeah, usually you'll see chalk with like ergo stuff or like ortho stuff. I've only done SMD for chalk. Oh, interesting. Little KB has, yeah, the fabric ones are so cool. I was so tempted to buy one, but I was like, what am I gonna do with it? But then I was like, but what if I need it though? I feel like it's like a good like travel kind because it's so low profile and it's like it has a cover. Oh, hey Conan, no worries. We're just vibing. We're gonna be here for a while. We're working on this Nibble 65 today, so we're just installing diodes. And then we will continue with other components. Also, we got the Winnie cam up. She is sleeping. The light right now, since it's still light outside, I feel like the lighting of my stream got all jacked up. I think we're also gonna have to move into like fan mode pretty soon, which I'm not excited about. I'm like, yeah, I look like a ghost. But yeah, it's been very like windy and like not too hot, but I'm suspecting that the spring and summer this year are gonna be super hot. I'm not looking forward to that. I kind of want one of those chalk Rivians because it has battery switch support on the PCB. Oh, that's cool. So you can like turn the battery on and off, so it's not constantly like draining it. Hey, Reaper secured, nice. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out thought keys yet, the group buy for DCS Reaper started recently. Where is it? I don't think the discount applies for group buy items, but you should still go check it out. Reaper is really cool. I've been looking for like a black on black set. I feel like there's not that many. Or the ones that are out there are not like truly black on black. Like there's like a black on gray one from KBD fans that I had to pick up for my friend. GMK Stealth eventually going to ship. Wait, has it not shipped yet? I thought they sold extras already. I'm torn because I want Reaper, but I have a black on black set. Yeah, because the only other black on black I know of besides Stealth is the what's it called? DSS Lights Out, which I have the 40s kit for. I think they're running the 60, like the TKO, like the normie kits for that is gonna be, but they're running on like in stock, which is interesting. But the novelties on Reaper are cute. I like the little ghosty face. Love the Hebe and Kiwi artisans, yeah. No, Ringer Keys is lit. Ringer Keys is another one of the ones I get like weird stuff that I need, like 3U stabs. They got 'em. Or like weird spacebar stuff. They got them. Yeah, my keycap capacity is very high right now. So if I've decided, they're local to me. Oh, nice. Yeah. No, Ringer Keys is awesome, and they've been super supportive of 3D keeps too. I know that. I picked up a Tuyo. What's that? Is that a keyboard? Yeah. Ringer Keys is lit. I think they're doing a fundraiser too right now for Ukraine support. They're selling Ringer Keys Ukraine stickers to help raise money, so be sure to check that out. Tuyo is a skeleton kit split 40 board. That's 12 U. Oh, interesting. I have to look that up. Uses dual 2.7 U space bars though. Oh no. Yeah, that's something I've definitely been a lot more mindful of, like as I've been trying to figure out like what kind of kit I want to make, because it's easy enough to like make a board that looks cool, but then it's like you need to have it be able for people to use it with the keycaps that they have. So that's been interesting. Let us get the rest of these. Yeah, I think Tuyo. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a split. The staggered 40%. Let me post the link. I'm just dropping all the links today. Hey, what's up, Trey Pop? Your favorite? Oh my god. I'm telling Winnie, dang. Getting for 2x2.25. Yeah, I think Whimsy has that layout too. And Whimsy people are like fanatics, and I kind of love them for it, but also I'm annoyed by that. Was it 2.25? Yeah, I think it was. That was the. How do you know Trey Pop wasn't? That's true. That's true. I fully expect that they're talking to Winnie. Oh, also Trey Pop, I was like really hyper focusing last night, and I was working on your. I have my files called Big Bodie Alice. Is the name. Or I might have just named it Big Bodie. Whimsy's the best vaporware ever. It got all the hype from kit renderings will it ever come. Bruh. I feel like I should just remain a legend. Honestly. There was all that drama too around the person who basically like cloned it and is trying to run it. Which I think we might have talked about it before. Like, I don't care if you reverse engineer something for your own practice, like to practice doing something, because there's a lot to be learned from like analyzing someone else's work. But to then like not improve on it or change it at all, when there are like there's like pretty not big, but there's definitely issues with the Whimsy. So like to not iterate and improve on it and then try to sell it is kind of whack to me. But at the same time, if you want to do it, you do you. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. But yeah, I kind of want the Whimsy and like the Wampus to be like just myth. Spoken of. And legends. But yeah, someone was trying to fight me about that board in the Discord, and I was like, why are you so mad? Just take it easy. It's just a keyboard. Alright. That's so cute. Also, I lied to you. There are markings for the direction of the diodes, but it's on the back side. Which I didn't notice until now. The front side is blank, which I get for aesthetic reason. But yeah, I got an email that GMK Redacted will be shipping soon, which is like it'll almost be 2 years, I think, since that ran. It'll probably be like 23 months, which is insane. GMK is so 2019. Honestly, though. I'm curious when, because I heard from somebody that GMK Monochrome material is doing another round of color matching. Says the guy who got into the hobby in 2020. See, I was like, in 2019, I was able to like get GMK sets like in stock from Novel Keys. This was like when they had ordered so many like Metropolis kits that it was like in stock for a hot minute on Novel Keys. So I never really experienced the like never seeing your caps for 2 years because I had bought some in stock. But now we're experiencing that. I just want Cat to be good again. Same, Trey Pop. I love Cat profile, but Kyrie is so sus right now. HSA Bejan Brown ordered November 2019. Oh my gosh. Wait, what's HSA? Yeah, I'm curious when Monochrome material is gonna happen, because also whether or not I ordered the extension kit is a good question. Because let's look at our receipt. I was so sad at Cat Cyberspace. It feels like sadness. Oh no. I'm sorry about that. That sucks. Yeah, okay, so Monochrome material I ordered in September of 2020. Oh! What? What's happening? Bro! Alex Sotos! This is my baby stream, dude! What? Well, hello everyone. Thank you for rating Alex Sotos and all of your freaking fans. What the heck? Welcome to my baby stream. Oh, Double J! Thank you for the gift subs. Hello everyone. Oh, Winnie's here. Hold on. My name is Ellie, aka Keebnu, and this is my cat Winnie, who woke up because she loves Alex Sotos, right? But hi how are you? How was your stream, Alex? Thank you for following Lawmage. Today we're working on a through-hole keyboard called the Nibble 65. So if you haven't used one before or built one before, we got lots of diodes. Looks like this. Oh, there you go, Beam. She just woke up, so she's a little grumpy. Who doesn't? But yeah, welcome to my stream. So yeah, someone sent me this to build. The first step is lots of diode bending. So if you've never built a through-hole kit before, typically on your PCB, the diodes will come pre-soldered by the factory. But in this case, we're bending them all and then putting them through the PCB, which is where like the through-hole part comes from. And then we will solder them on the back. So there's lots of fun components to do. Not everyone is a fan of this style of keyboard just because it can be time consuming. But I am very addicted to this style of keyboard. But yeah, thank you for all the new followers. Dang, we got PP Wong, MTO Gawa, Kimlin Win, hello, Thelv, Pilldickle 69, nice. Oh, Ruminative, I think I need to get one of these. Oh yeah, so this one is called the Nibble. They're very similar to like I don't know if you ever seen like the Discipline or the Mysterium, those boards. It's a very similar style, but this particular one is created by a different designer. But yeah, also be sure to check out Ruminative. She's awesome. Thank you for following DWC42. I saw Disastrous built a Mysterium. Oh yeah. So those boards, the Mysterium, the Romeo, and the Discipline were all designed by someone named CFTKB. He's kind of like stepped away from the hobby, but he actually open sourced all his files. So a lot of the like through-hole builds that you'll see, they've kind of like built upon like a lot of the work that he did, or just referenced it, which is pretty cool. Thank you for following. Bruh, followers, thank you. Cast types, XGhost227. Damn, we got a lot of new friends today. But yeah, I love these type of builds. And a lot of people won't build them, like, but I will. So, so if you need help, holla at me. Because I've done a lot of them and I love them. And lately I've been learning how to like design them myself. So who knows? Soon we'll have a Keep Noob through-hole kit. You never know. Also, thank you for following JTTY. I have a Mercutio coming soon that I'm super excited. Ooh, yeah, that one is really cute. It's kind of like the Romeo, but has like a OLED and stuff, right? Yeah, that board is really cool. Yeah, I'm building this one, and then there's also the matching numpad that we'll be building, and then we'll also be mil-maxing this for our person. Another through-hole. Q should be called Noob Keyhole. Thank you, Epsy. I'm not against it. But yeah, I love through-hole builds. They're so fun. It's definitely like very tedious, and I don't know how I get away with it considering I don't have very good dexterity. But these were some of the first style of keyboards I found when I joined the hobby, and I've been addicted ever since. But yeah, I actually designed a macro pad that's through-hole like this. That I'm calling the Chaos Pad. That one is like very ridiculous and intense though. Through-hole builds are quite satisfying. Yeah, I feel like I just like the look of them because it's definitely like a DIY aesthetic, right? Since like the components are exposed. And it feels very like retro cool. It's kind of like a little keyboard puzzle. Yeah, exactly. Sultan of Sleep. We use our sheer will and determination to finish this keyboard. It's definitely like very accomplished like you feel very accomplished when you're done with them. And then you can flex it on everybody. Be like, I built this. Thank you for following, Not Tom and Pickle 8000. My first build was a barley corn. Oh, oh my gosh. Really feels like you build the keyboard instead of just assembling one. Yeah, exactly. Me and DD Decline, we did a barley corn race. I think, was it 2 years ago now? Dang, I don't even know what time is or space is anymore, but I can't remember. It was either last year or in 2020, but we raced doing the barley corn. So each of us got a barley corn kit. We had the exact same parameters, and then we built it. I think I finished mine. It was probably like 3 hours and something minutes. But I lost because this is why I lost. The chip, I put it the wrong direction in the socket. So it was like turning on, like powering on, but because the chip was the wrong direction, it wasn't able to like read it correctly. And so I lost. But I learned lots of things from my build. Oh, thank you for subscribing. What the heck? Thank you, Nova Intrepid. At tier 3, dang, you're bougie. Well, welcome to my stream. I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoy the emotes. And also the cute little Winnie badges. Come here, Beam. Come say hi. Come here. She's sitting over here staring at me. We'll see if we can get her to say hi. But yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this for a while. And then we'll probably work on the controller and get everything working. And then once that's working, we'll move on to the LEDs. Because one cool thing about this kit as well is that it comes with an acrylic layer that sits underneath the PCB that diffuses the RGB LEDs. So it's which is actually, I feel like it's kind of rare, like for through-hole kits. I don't know. At least of this size, I haven't seen too many that have RGB LEDs. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Name. I also have a giveaway going on my Instagram right now. Thanks to our generous sponsors, which are thoughtkeys.com and 3D Keys. But yeah, I'm giving away one of these thanks to Thought Keys. So this is a rotary encoder. And I realized that it has a push button too, beyond just the... So, and then it has the Thought Keys logo on the bottom. It's a brass bottom, USB-C, and then an aluminum dial. So you can be fancy and pretend you're a DJ. You handle that knob well. Oh my gosh, FC. This isn't DJing hours. It's on not even 7:30, bro. Hey, Rufio. But yeah, so if you go to my Instagram, it's the most recent post. But yeah, shout out to Takis for sending me one to give away. And for one for me to keep, because we gotta be fancy, you know. It is shiny. I think what I like about it the most is that because the bottom is brass, it's very heavy and weighted. And then it also has these like non-slip pads. So it doesn't like move. Like if I push on it, it won't move. Like it doesn't slide around on your desk. But I need to figure out what to do with it. I kind of want to like turn it to zoom on my face or something. Don't make me send you. Trades has the band power now. Do they knight people in IKEA land? Ooh, I saw this thing actually recently. Well, two things about IKEA. I don't know why IKEA was all over my YouTube recommendations recently. One was that apparently IKEA bags are the perfect size for like swan rescue. So this lady was like rescuing a swan, and she like wrapped the wings and then she put it inside of a IKEA bag, and so like the face was like sitting outside the bag and she's just like carrying the swan in an IKEA bag. And the other thing I saw was that I totally did not think about the fact that Singapore would have IKEAs, and these people were doing like a food review of like the IKEA food court, and they had like a lobster. You could order lobster at IKEA. It was intense. And they had like smoothies and stuff. Hey, Exo Squid, what's up? We are working on some through-hole kits tonight. Yeah, they had like lobster with like a cream sauce, and I was like, this is fancy. I miss... There's salmon lasagna at IKEA? But yeah, they also had like these chicken wings with like the salted egg sauce. I don't know if you've ever had like the salted egg chips or whatever, or like the fish skin from Singapore. Singapore gets lobster, Europe gets horse meat. Oh no! They will never live it down. We keep a ton of IKEA bags on hand, and anything we have crap to give to friends, we just use those. Yeah, I feel like the size of them is nice. Plus, they're reusable. Here in Japan, IKEA has very fancy food. What? Oh my gosh. So, like, when I lived in Japan, I was in a very rural area, so, like, I did not get the chance to take advantage of, like Costco's and, like, other stuff, which is sad. So I just live vicariously through YouTubers on YouTube to see what I missed. I don't know how I feel about salmon lasagna. I don't know how I feel about it either. Was it smoked salmon? And was it like, if it wasn't smoked salmon, was it like pieces, or like, was it like flaked off, or it was like chunks? Mitoga, I was in Kanazawa in Ishikawa Prefecture. So it's like the western side of Japan. It's very rainy. Yeah, last time I went, I just went to Tokyo, but yeah, I went to school in at Kanazawa Kogyo Daigaku for like a semester. It was freaking lit. All this food chat's reminding me I need to cook dinner. I know, right? That's me. Like, I tried to like end my stream earlier so I can go eat or like make my dinner. Because sometimes when the stream goes really long, I forget what time it is, and then I'm like, it's like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, oh crap. We just had Taco Monday. Oh, nice. Hanashimasu ka? Skoshi dake, Epsi-chan. Honestly, I've been hitting up my Duolingos because I want to like remember a lot of stuff, but also I've been learning Swedish for reasons. Duolingo's pretty cool, but I feel like if I didn't already know how to read like hiragana and katakana, I wouldn't be able to like do it well. I made enough taco meat so we can do nachos. Heck yeah. Okay, wait, what's your favorite like nachos toppings? Because for me, I love carnitas. Carnitas all day, every day, baby. I'll be back. Gonna get this chicken adobo started. Heck yeah. I found a program for remembering a language you already learned. It's called Anki. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I remember like a few years ago I had signed up for like a Japanese class at the community college, but it was like weird because I couldn't test into like a higher level, but then like I was too high above to like actually be interested in what the class was teaching, so I just gave up. Best nachos I ever had were al pastor, pineapple, and everything at Robo Taco. Oh yeah, al pastor is good. Low-key, the one thing I miss about going to the office is that on Thursdays we would have like the company would have Taco Man come, So there was, it's not like a company, it's just like a taco man. He would come and like just make tacos outside the office, and it was the best. I bet you miss combinis. Oh heck yeah, I miss combinis. Ugh. So sad. We actually, so here in LA, we used to have Famima, which is like Family Mart. But people didn't catch on that it was like Japanese or something, or it just didn't do well here. But yeah, I miss just like rolling up and grabbing like a onigiri. Also, I miss my favorite ice cream, Coolish. It's in like a pouch. I'm disappointed it's not a man who is a taco. The taco man. Ew, that would get kind of gross. I'm sorry, it was a dude who made tacos. He wasn't made out of tacos. I think I'm gonna leave. I need to read the directions some more. Yeah, Coolish is lit, right? It's so good. But yeah, next time I go back, I for sure will want to go back to Kanazawa area. The last time I went to Tokyo, it was my sister's first time in Japan, and we still had like a long time for our trip to go because we were going to the Philippines. So I didn't want to get too tired the first week. You'll be so close. You have a trip plan? Wait, Epsy's coming here? To America? In a couple of years? Bruh, I'm gonna like have already rolled up in your hood before then, Epsy. I have airline credits I need to use this year. I've seen videos on YouTube of so many people scoring cheap retro video games. Oh, makes you want to go to Japan? Yeah. They had like, what was that store? I know like the book, there's like Book Off and like that whole chain of like different stores. I bet you can find some cool stuff. They actually have a Book Off here, but we don't have like the other ones. You know how they have like there's like variations. I want a pinball machine for the house when we eventually buy it. Dang, what kind of games do you want in it? I guess pinball, it's just a single like theme, right? I'm thinking of like the other kind, like the arcade. There's actually like a, I forget what it's called. It's like a games bar place, but it's just filled with pinball machines, which is pretty cool. I love the art on those machines. We're getting so close. Okay. I'll need to double check the docs again because there is one diode that's shorter than the rest. The second to last diode has a top mount pad in order to fit the jack below. Okay. And I think they said they already pre-cut the diode or something. It's in one of these baggies. I'll have to take a look. Not sure which one I want. There are few. There's a place close to us that sells and delivers them. Oh wow. That's fancy. Meet up at Static's house when he gets his pinball machine. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take another look through the component. Because I did see the one clipped diode earlier, and they mentioned it before when we were talking on Discord. Oh, I think it would be in here. Oh, Winnie bounce. Well, let me turn off the Winnie cam. I was not paying attention. Okay, so these are the Melmax sockets. Oh, I think there's one in here, but I could just use the regular one too and do it myself. Let me double check that it's not meant for the tidbit. There's a half digital, half physical Weird Al pinball machine I saw online recently. It looks so cool. Wait, Weird Al? Like Weird Al Yankovic or whatever his name is? I'm curious how that looks the theme like. Okay, tidbit. We got diodes. Okay, so there's no extra like weird Zener diodes or anything. Yeah, I think this is the one they flipped for me. Come hear you. There it goes. I'm curious if this one also needs that one clipped one. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Which are those? Oh, these Melmax sockets, these are the 7305. They're shorter than the 3305. With like a smaller lip on them, but they're not as thin as the 0305, which are the new ones. The new ones, I've used them recently, and the lip on the top of them is very thin, which is cool, and it's about the same length, maybe slightly shorter as the 7305. But yeah, the 0305 are the longest, and they have like a larger lip on them. You can see the vid of the Weird Al machine. Oh my gosh. Can you post it in Discord and I'll watch it later? That's funny. Yeah, I tried the 0305 fairly recently. Wait, I just want to double check I got that right. Because the names are so close together. Shout out. Oh, Mitogawa! Thank you for subscribing! Arigatou gozaimasu, dude. Let's see. Wait, where is the... I'm looking for the freaking... We're getting hacked! Double day, how dare you! There's people watching! Okay, we're safe. Yeah. Okay, so the 0305 are the long ones. And then the 3305 are the new ones. 3305 is the new ones. 7305 is like the middle one. And then 0305 are the long ones. Okay. Yeah. I'm confusing myself. But if you want to see the metrics on the 3 variants, you can check out the product description on this page. So yeah, 3305 is the new one. That's like the one that was designed for MX switches, which is kind of cool. We're getting all sorts of nice things. So this one, let me just double check that this last one I don't have to do anything weird. Because basically what will happen is the TRS connector, if you've built like a split keyboard, a lot of times they use these connectors to go between the two halves. and you'll use like a cable that looks kind of like an aux cable. I have one. Looks like this. So this will go inside of this jack. So this will mount on the bottom of the PCB on here. On this side. So it'll sit over there. So it's kind of like sitting on top of one of the diodes. So they basically want you to solder surface mount like one of the diode legs on the other side so it doesn't conflict with this one. What I think I'm gonna do Oh, thank you for following the Danlin. How are you doing? We're working on a PCB tonight, the Nibble 65. So it says the TRS jack soldered on the underside of the board, which is the same as the LEDs. Okay. What I'm thinking, anyone have experience with Portico and Bakenico? I haven't used them. I know what boards those are. I do know the Portico has like very significant USB port issues, like they just break off randomly. So if you need like a recommendation between those two, I'd pick Bakenico all day, every day, bro. Just want to see what is better in terms of flex. I feel like I would still go with the Bakenico. Just because Bakenico, like, there's a lot of different options, like in terms of PCBs you can use. And it's also O-ring mounted. So I think it would be more flexy than the Portico. Because Portico is gasket mounted, right? Either way, Portico is, you're not going to be happy with it at the end of the day. Plus, like, Bakenico is like a metal case. Yeah, I think Bakenico, you just have a lot more options for like customizability too. And in the long run, it'll be better, like, what is the good word? Not endurance, like, longevity. You'll have better longevity with the Bakenico. Only thing I don't like is the shiny surface. Oh, okay, like the finishing on it. Yeah, I haven't seen one in person yet, but there's since the Bakenico is open source, there's a couple different variations of the case too, so beyond just like what Canon Keys does. So you can keep an eye out. Really want the 65, but it's out of stock. They're definitely gonna be restocking for sure, so just hang in there. You can do it. I'm a Bakenico sim. That's funny. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'll solder these. We'll come back to this diode towards the end. I'm just concerned about... we'll just do it. Because if anything, I can just put some tape over it. Because I'm looking at pictures of the PCB just to double check that this one is also installed. Okay, it is. 67 light is also a great option. Oh, is that the KBD fan? Yeah, I would pick one of the KBD fans boards over the Portico as well. And they seem to have a lot of like plate options and like stuff you can mess with. If you're in the US too, Divinity is basically like KBD fans light. So the stuff you can find on KBD fans, you can typically find on Divinity's site as well. We're gonna put this one in here. And we'll come back to that other diode in a second. So Also waiting for the new QK65. Oh, I've never heard of that one. QK65. Oh, Owl Labs. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The nice thing now is that there's so many different like 65 options that are like decent. You know what I mean? And not too expensive either. So we are blessed. What's here? I'm gonna get my soldering mat. I'll set up my fan because we're safeties, and I'll move my water somewhere else. Mark II plates fit on the 67 light as well. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's what I kind of like, is like these boards are kind of in their own ecosystem. And you can like interchange stuff. That's kind of why I like having the I have a Baka 60 and a Squid 60, and they have like interchangeable plates, which has been real fun to mess around with. Finicky Boom is so nice. Oh heck yeah. This was designed by my good friends Andy and Lang of Langlandia and his brother Travis. And it's one of my favorite sets. It literally looks good on like most boards. And also they donated the designer proceeds, like a portion of them, to charity, which is always nice to see. Here's my dusty mat. And let me pull up. Get my soldering iron. So I was talking to Switch Doctor recently, because I recently switched over to using the no clean solder, and I noticed that it wasn't heating up as quickly as the other, like the normal solder. So I think I'm gonna try increasing my temperatures a little bit, if I can figure out how to do that. Or switch it to 650. I was doing like 600. I go to sleep. Aw, thanks for hanging out, Sultan of Sleep. Have a good sleep. I'm all thrown off by the time change. So I have no idea what time it is or what sleep is. Okay. So let's turn on our fan. Q1's awesome. I have one too. Oh, nice. I feel like I don't know enough about some of these keyboards, so it's good to hear about new boards. Also, thank you for following Martin Luther Bling. Your username is awesome. Curious about the Nibble. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's very similar to other through-hole kits I've done, but one nice thing is that they sell them on Amazon. I think the Nibble's out of stock right now, at least on the Amazon site. But the Tidbit and I think the like macro pad kit they have are in stock. So it's nice because then if you have Prime, you could just get that shipping, baby. We had a guy who was supposed to do a follow-up interview and tried to blame being late to the time change. Oh no. See, my problem was I woke up like extra early and then I went back to sleep because I'm dumb. And I had turned off my alarms. What's the main benefit of through-hole boards? So yeah, it's definitely more work. I feel like part of it could be cost. because the components for these are definitely less expensive than like at least the at Mega Chips right now. They're easier to find and they're less expensive because of the chip shortage. But mostly it's just an aesthetics thing. Yeah. But yeah, being able to like this board uses like a Pro Micro alternative called the Bit C. You heard of like a Pro Micro or Elite C? Those are called daughter boards, and they basically house like all of the components that you need to get the keyboard running, except for the diodes and maybe like resistors for LEDs and stuff like that. But those are pretty readily available, and depending on what kind of like USB port you want, can run between like maybe $7 or $8 to about $20, like 18 maybe. And they're a lot more available because like right now the microcontroller shortage has as we all have seen has been significantly impacted. So like when you go to order PCBs now, you really got to be able to find the parts that you need, like, and some of them just aren't in stock for like the next year. Like I recently ordered some PCBs and the part I need is not back in stock until like April of 2023. So what I ended up doing was I had to order the controllers separately and have them assemble all the other parts, and then I'll solder on the controllers for myself. But yeah, it's a combination of like aesthetics, budget. That's about it. It also helps keep the cost low because you're not having the manufacturer solder on the components for you, because that is an additional cost. It's called assembly, like PCB assembly. Because if you have like a through-hole board, you can basically just get the PCB itself printed and that's it, and you can just and then just like have the other components on the side that you purchase, and then the user becomes the assembly person. But yeah, I personally like this kind of board. It feels very like accomplishing. I feel accomplished after I get them working. And they look cool. I just kind of wish there were more like through-hole boards that you can still see the components, but also have like a nicer mounting system, or use cool materials. So hopefully we'll see more of that. Oh, thank you. Well, I love your username because it's amazing. It reminds me of my friend, her mom. This is like, I don't know why this like memory is ingrained in my mind, but her mom would like pick us up from school, and I was taking this ceramics class, and I made this like little bowl, kind of like this little like trinket bowl. Also, thank you for following Mixie FPS. Hello. Look at the kitty. So yeah, I was like, I made like a little bowl in ceramics, and her mom, like when I got in the car, I was like, oh, check this out, and she was like, is it for your blinkety blink? And I was like, what? And she was trying to say bling bling. But she's like, it's for your blinkety blink. It's amazing. But yeah, that's like one of the few memories of that time I remember. I do think that the higher temperature, I think, definitely is helping with this solder. I switched to the no clean, and it really makes a difference in terms of like not having to clean up flux. Like with my other solder, it would be like splattering everywhere, but this stuff doesn't do it. It's pretty awesome. Because you know, your girl is lazy. We can take shortcuts. Let's do it. Yeah, what are you all up to tonight? I hope you had a good Monday. I started watching Star Trek Discovery over the weekend, which I never like really watched Star Trek shows before, but I really like this one. It's good. I love Discovery. Janeway is BA. What's that mean? Janeway? I don't know everybody's name. Oh, that's who she is. Wait. Oh, okay. Is it Discovery or Voyager? Anyways, my brother's a big Star Trek nerd, and so I think he is excited I'm watching it. But coming from like zero Star Trek knowledge, you can watch that show and enjoy it for sure. Awesome. This is the final week of The Bachelor. So the journey, Clayton's journey is ending this week. Which amazing, number one. Wait, I wanna see, did I record it? Oh, thank you for following. Food Tug, hello. So yeah, if you watch The Bachelor, the journey is coming to an end. DS9 for life. Oh. So I'm excited for that. Clayton has not been my favorite this season. I wonder if there's a way I can record this. Oh, here we go. Record. Wait, there's quite a few different Star Trek like spin-offs, right? Clayton accusing people of being actors. Bro, he's like on another level. It's amazing. I don't know how to click on this without starting the show. Well, I'll just watch it tomorrow. But yeah, there was all kinds of twists and turns this season. Also, there was like a girl who made it into like the top 4, and I swear I never seen her before on the show. Alright. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see the finale, what happens. We're gonna do the other side. I like to do one side and then switch the other side because it can be kind of like fiddly trying to like avoid the legs while you're soldering. I feel like too this no clean solder It doesn't give off as many fumes. Or like the smoke cloud isn't as big. I used to watch Star Trek shows way back when I was a kid, but at the same time, I think I began to be more attracted to music instead. Oh, nice. Yeah, I vaguely remember watching like, I think it was like Picard. Is that? It's like Professor X. I remember seeing like episodes from his version of the show, and like maybe like one or two of the movies. But I never really understood what was going on. Let's see, there was the original Star Trek cartoon based off of it, Star Trek Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, Discovery, Picard, and Lower Decks. What the heck? That's a lot! Is Lower Decks like similar to Below Deck? The the yacht show. Also, one of my coworkers, her boyfriend was on that show Below Deck because he would like work on the ships like as a part-time job during the summertime. Star Trek X-Men. I think I'm midway through Discovery. Yeah, I'm in the first season still. I think I'm like towards the end of the first season. Lower Decks is a cartoon on Hulu that focuses on the slackers. Oh, I'll have to check that out. That sounds funny. Debating whether or not I should socket the controller, but I think I should. I've had so many like issues with Pro Micros that I almost exclusively will socket it. Hey, what's up, Bert? How's it going? Have you heard of red shirts? I think my brother told me about that because they're the ones that like always die or something. Like in the original Star Wars, Star Trek. Excuse me, Star Trek people. I'm sorry. Please don't cancel me. You're watching my stream? Wait, which one? Red shirt. Okay, my mom says the red shirt dies first. Oh, that's what my brother says? Yeah. Because I swear there was like another movie that kind of like made fun of that or something. There's a book about a group of red shirts that realize none of the important people die on missions, with the red shirts always in. Oh no, they become self-aware. Star Wars equals fantasy, Star Trek equals sci-fi. I'm not anti-Star Trek or anti-Star Wars. I need to get some of those machine pins instead of using diode legs. Oh, the ones for like the sockets. I tried using some, so I don't know if it was the right one, but I got some from I think it was from Board Source, and they were like the little brass pins that are meant for like socketing, and they were so difficult to use because they were like shorter than diode legs, so I felt like I didn't get enough like I didn't have enough force to push them in, and then they were like really strong, so they kept poking me. What I wanted to get is like a thimble or something to help push the diode legs through, because I think that would help. Yeah, I don't know if those are the same ones that you're thinking about, but yeah, the ones I got from Board Source I wasn't too happy with. I think if they were longer, they would be easier to control. But the ones I had were like very small and annoying. So maybe I wasn't doing it right. There's a possibility too. Whoop! Dan, what the heck? Bruh! Thank you, Dan, what the heck? We got 5 tier 1 subs! You going crazy with those subs, man. But I love you. Thank you. Oh, all the homies got them too. I recognize all these names. We got RX Chaser, Brez, Kibi Cat, Lily May, and Keebweeb. Hey, Degentrifier, hello. What's up? We're working on some soldering today. Seriously, you guys are too nice to me. Also, Dan, I love that it happened again. Somebody didn't know you were fragile types, and I love it. I was like, it happens every time. Dan's running under the radar. Also, I'm gonna have to ask my Duolingo how to pronounce your newest keyboard. I've been learning some stuff, so if anyone wants to know how to say I'm eating an apple in Swedish, I got you, boo. I don't even know. That's how deep we are into the meme. We don't even know. So I'm just hitting some of these with a little more heat. I definitely think this solder takes a little more heat to melt than my other one. So you can just heat it up again. It's called like reflowing. Make a better connection. But I think we're good. I'm mostly just looking for that there's no like big globs of solder. And that it's hitting the wire. The other thing to be mindful of is if you put too much, it'll like ball up on the other side. But I think we're good. We could probably, and you can basically just heat it from the other side too. Because we want to see a nice cone. Alright, so there's one position on this PCB where you have to, it's this one, the second to last on the right. See how that hole doesn't have a hole? It's just like a pad. So what we need to do is we'll basically top solder the one side of it, and then the other side we'll solder through the back. So So what you do is you gotta clip one of the legs short so that it can sit on top, and then the longer one will go through. So I need to figure out how long to make this. Get my clippers. I need someone to tell me what the Chinese characters on my blood caps artisans say. I think one says landscape, not sure about the... Are those the, is that the Kevin that you have? I think Dan could probably help you. What's that, was that supposed to be matched to? I keep forgetting. It was like, there was some GMK said it was supposed to match. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm gonna clip the legs first because I think it'll make it easier. Like a triangle with a TV antenna on top. I think what that is like what Dan put the first character. Because I know in like old kanji, like they're written a little differently. Yeah, I don't know how to say it correctly. Is it Shansui or Shanshui? Yeah. That's the one. I do believe though there was an issue with that character specifically where they wrote it wrong on something. If I remember correctly, it was like some kind of drama. No clue how I pasted a link, but that's just the same video. We're gonna hold on to these diode legs for a second. I highly recommend if you're building a through-hole kit to hold on to a couple diode legs because they come in handy for repairing stuff. I keep a little baggie with them in my desk. So we're just clipping these down as short as we can get them. Mandarin Duolingo success! Heck yeah, we're learning! Yeah, I don't know the Chinese translation, but that's what it means in Japanese too. I don't know if there's a compound word. Yeah. Yeah, usually when I build these kind of boards, I'll split it up into at least 2 builds. Just because the components themselves take a few hours because of all the bending. So that's what we'll do. And then once everything's built and working, I'll be mil-maxing this PCB. I scared myself for a second. I was like, did I put it on the wrong side? But now we're good. Ugh, my nightmares. I feel like it's been a minute since I built a 65. That's why like the cluster threw me off. Because on this board, it's kind of like, it's a 65 plus like a couple of keys, extra keys on this side. So this threw me off for a second. I was like, oh no. Yeah, there are split space options. There's 6.25 and 7U spacebar options. And then ISO support. Kind of interesting. Now that I think about it, because the if you're familiar with like the CFTKB boards, like the Mysterium and the Discipline, he didn't add ISO until round 2, which is kind of cool. So if you have a Discipline PCB without ISO support, that's from the first rounds of the V1. Oh, thank you for following. Needs practice. Me too. We're working on a Nibble keyboard tonight. It's a 65% through hole. The through hole builds just refer to like the components, they go through the PCB and then you solder them on the other side. So we're working on the diodes right now, and then we'll work on some other components. We'll do some testing, see if it works. The other thing that's cool about this board is that it has RGB support, underglow, and it comes with an acrylic diffuser layer. So I'm excited to see how that looks. Because usually these boards are like FR4 sandwich, so like what that means is there'll be like a top FR4 plate, the PCB, and then a bottom FR4 piece, and they're just connected together with standoffs. So there's usually like a space between the PCB and the bottom plate unless you add foam. So I'm excited to see how the diffuser layer works. I think it'll look nice. So yeah, are you guys waiting for any keyboard stuff right now? I think the next thing coming would be, I think maybe the Iron 165, I think is the next one I have coming. Would you recommend this board over the Gingham? Turtle Cat, thank you for asking that question. Because I would absolutely recommend this over the Gingham. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will say it takes a little more skill with this one just because of the Pro Micro. Pro Micros are kind of finicky, but not too bad. The main reason I would choose this over the Gingham is because the Gingham, the Barleycorn, the Plaid, all of those kind of boards, the hardware on them is horrific. Like, so they're plateless builds, which is fine, but the way that they're screwed together, it doesn't use standoffs. So like, you have to put a screw through the top, put 2 little washers underneath, put the bottom part, and then screw that in. It's like, or in the bottom part you would just attach another washer. So, and the washers are not very tight, so they fall off a lot, and they're just like pain. So I'd absolutely choose this over that simply because of the hardware, which you think wouldn't be that big of a deal, but like Dee knows when we built the Barleycorns, we both were just like, ah! It was so hard to do because the little washers are very tiny, and unless you have the correct like screwdrivers or the sockets or whatever, it's like such pain. So yeah, simply because of the hardware, I would choose this. Like the Gingham though is a good deal, but I would, if I got a Gingham, I would get like an acrylic case cut for it because the case itself, it doesn't have a plate, so the sound and the way that the hardware works, it doesn't sound very good. But I do think it's a fun project to build. But yeah, I would get an acrylic case if you do like the Gingham for sure. That's something I did with my my discipline was like I had my discipline built, and then later on I picked up a acrylic case since I was using it a lot. I don't know if Britt's still in chat, but she has it right now. I love that board. And actually, the person that I usually will get acrylic cases cut from is SM Keyboards. I don't know if you're familiar. For sure, go follow him on Instagram. But he does like case commissions. Like every couple months, he'll open up his commission. He'll like announce it on Instagram. Or he'll post up like in stock cases every once in a while. But yeah, that's who I go through for my acrylic stuff. He does some awesome stuff. Hey, I got you, Bert. What I need to do is get you your macro pad or your numpad. I keep forgetting. Let me get some water. Let me check the build guide. I want to try one of the new invisible designs from P3D. Oh yeah, P3D is another awesome maker. His old design for his cases, I wasn't a huge fan of the hardware, but he has a new design now where you can't see it at all, so it's pretty cool. Okay, so we did the diode. Well, we have one more diode to do. Then it says to do the resistors. We're not installing the big LED, but I figure it doesn't hurt to install them. They'll just be sitting under there. Reset switch. Then the sockets. Okay. Alright. So let's do our little diode. It's all given the stars align. Yeah. We will one day meet up and get you your number pad. Okay, so this one diode is top mounted, so what I'm gonna do is put the diode in. I cut the leg short so it'll sit flush. Actually, let me cut it a little bit more. I'm waiting for the invisible version of P3D's corn case to come out. Oh, cool! I haven't built a corn yet, but that was one of the boards I first found when I joined the hobby. And I was like, this looks complex. Through here. Okay, so you can see this diode, it's sitting on top of the PCB. Yeah, we can move it. So I'm gonna tape it down so it doesn't move. And we'll solder the top part first. Because I already moved it. This is what I mean about I have no dexterity. Come on, friend. There we go. Let me get my tape. I'm also gonna bend the opposite leg back a little if I can, to try and keep it in place. Here's my tape. So this is Kapton tape. It's like the tape that's not electrically conductive, so it works good for these, so we don't electrocute ourselves. Or the tape doesn't melt. I think that's good. I have enough space, I think, where I can hit the pad without touching the tape too much. Yeah, get back there. Are you interested in the Holy Panda X switches? I haven't heard a ton about them. I do know they have been given the blessing by Koikums, which is mostly what I would care about since he's awesome and a friend. I think the concept is interesting. I think they would have did themselves a favor if they called it something else, since it's like the evolution of the Holy Panda, in their own words. But yeah, I'd be willing to try them. I've been kind of like, I've been Team Tactile this whole time, and I'm kind of wading into the waters of linears lately. So, but I'd be willing to give them a shot. There we go. Alright. Personally, after using U4Ts, I have no desire to use any other tactile. Yeah, U4Ts are nice. I think I prefer the lighter variant of the U4T, like the 62 gram. Because otherwise my fingies hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so... The 62s were in that, yeah. Solder the short end on the top side. Okay, I think I'm gonna solder this side on the top too, the other side. That way we can clip it pretty close. Same for the U4 silent version. I haven't tried the, I've tried the black, or the white U4s. I wasn't a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of like silent switches. But I definitely would prefer, I've tried the Xylants before too. I definitely would prefer the U4s over the Xylants. Just because the bump doesn't, they're not as scratchy as Zeal switches from what I've seen. I use Zeal Xylants, but after trying more switches, yeah, the Xylants, I would say if you haven't tried the Boba U4s, I think you would really like them if you think that the Xylants are mushy. They're probably the best silent tactile I've tried. But I think I also realized that a lot of the appeal of mechanical switches for me is the sound. So I think that's half the reason why I'm not a huge fan of silent switches. You can't hear them. Okay, so it looks like our friends are all done. He out here looking cute. Okay, so next, I have tried the Bobas. I don't really need that. Yeah, if you can get away with not having to use silence, I would say do it. Okay, so let's look at our build guide. Okay, resistors. So some of the components for this are optional depending on like which things you choose. But I think we're just gonna solder all of them. Just at least the resistors, just because then if they change their mind in the future, they're already there. But yeah. I have old Silent V ones with a ton of modding that are fun, but it took a new spring 3 hands of lube? What are you doing to them? Lubing behind the leaf? Oh my god. These are resistors. Resistors are not typically directional, so we can do them either way. And it'll be fine, unlike diodes. Diodes 100% have a direction you need to follow. With this one, since the resistor like housing is slightly larger, I'm trying to get the bends as close as I can to the resistor. Yeah, I'm very lazy to loop switches, so like I feel like I would not put in the effort to like modify mine that much. But I know Static is an experimenter. I usually ask Switch Doctor for switch advice. I'm like, girl, what kind of lube should I use for this? Okay, so we got this one. What else do we need? The reset switch. So this one, it does have a physical reset button. Switch doctors who helped me what to do. Yeah, she's awesome. You should give her a shout out. Switch Doctor AU. Okay. Yes, she's one of my favorite streamers. If you're like me and you can't sleep, she streams from Australia, so the time zone works out. So it's very much late night if you're on the Pacific coast. You're in Pacific party time. Reset switches the thing. It was her idea to lube behind the leaf, and that is what to make them usable. Do you feel like that's a general rule for like Zeal switches, or do you think they were specific to the Xylent? Because I do know she's very particular about like spring ping and like leaf crunch and stuff like that. I feel like my hearing is not good enough to detect that. I think it's a general rule for switches that have bad leaf ping. Oh, okay. So let's clip these down. Lubing the leaf also made a big difference on my ceruleans. Oh, interesting. I don't know if I've seen those switches before. I didn't click on them. Keyboard switches. Oh, those are pretty. That blue. Those are nice. Oh, Her Majesty is here. Don't worry, girl. We'll finish working on this soon. Then you can have your stream back. Winnie is here. She came back. I think she just ate her dinner. Funny because she is usually sleeping like when it's her dinner time, and we have to like wake her up and be like, girl, go eat, because she does not want to wake up. She's like, nah. And you put kids to bed, catch all in the... Oh yeah, see you later, Static. Thanks for hanging out. Ceruleans are like a Ergo Clear style tactile. Oh, interesting. I feel like I tried Ergo Clears, or no, it was Okomochi. I think we're all supposed to be like an Ergo Clear. I wasn't a huge fan, but I probably also lubed them bad, so here's that. I don't trust my abilities, this is the problem. At least when it comes to lubing switches, I'm like, Okay, so let's put these. So these are called IC socket. These thingies. And so these are kind of like, you could say they're like mil-maxes for like controller chips like this. So rather than these going through holes in the PCB, these will sit inside of these sockets. So we will solder these in. I'll probably solder these in with and I'll put some tape over them so they don't move too much. But yeah, they do have a direction. You can see on here, one side it has like a little notch in it. And you can see here on the PCB, they print like which direction it should go. So the notch direction is important, not so much for the sockets, but for the chip themselves, it's definitely important. Because that's what made me lose the freaking barleycorn race, because I put it in the wrong direction and I was like, did I mess up the USB port? Was it this? Was it that? No. It was the direction. Ugh. I'm scarred for life after that. Tactile types are super preference. Yeah, definitely. Yep, tactiles, it's very... Like linear, it's more of like smoothness and stuff like that, but... Pop quiz, what's the name of the package? Hold on, let me think about this. Like for the controller? Because I know there's like... There's TQFP, which is, I don't think it's this one. Those are the ones with the little legs. I don't know what this one is called. If you're wondering why Trade Splatter is speaking weird to me, it's because we're talking about like microcontrollers have different shapes. Oh, dip. Okay. So like microcontrollers have different shapes, and those shapes are called packages. Good example is like on the when he's looking at me weird, on the Discipline or Mysteriums, those use an Atmega 32A, which has like, it looks like this but bigger. And you can find like the two like most common chips used in PCBs for keyboards are the Atmega 32UA or 32U4. And you can find, and those would look like this. See this little square? So basically you could find one that's like the same component as this, but it'll look like this but bigger. So, and that they're the same chip, they're just in different packages or styles. So that's one of the things you can kind of leverage right now if you're looking for controller chips, is the chip you want and might not be available in the package you want, but if you could find it in a different package in stock, then you're in business. Just gotta update your PCB a little bit. Dual inline package. Concentration, baby. These pins are surprisingly tiny. Oh, you know what? I think one of these pins is pushed out a little bit. I was wondering why I was like kind of higher up than the other, or lower than the others. Hey, Beam. Winnie is here to inspect our work, but she's sitting over to the side, judging me instead of helping. But yeah, when you solder these, don't have the chip installed when you do it, because it could damage it. So be sure to do it first and then install the chip. Yeah, it's enough. There's enough of a pin that it should be fine. So we got our sockets soldered in place. And then we gotta do, for each of these it uses a capacitor, which are these little babies. Look how cute, they're tiny. Oh, hey Beam. If you're gonna come over here, let me turn off my soldering iron. Here. Come here, girl. You shouldn't walk over here. Come here. Thank you for following, Mandukli47. Come here. Her Majesty is back. She wants to walk across her domain, but I can't let her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. You can lay on the bed, though. Your fans are here. Say hi, everybody. My name's Whitney. I am the queen of the stream. Here. You can go on the bed. Oh. Whoa. Hey. She's knocking stuff over now. Oh, looks like she's gonna settle down, so I'll turn the Winnie cam back on. Hey girl. Say hi to your friend. Say hi everybody. But yeah, that's my cat Winnie. She's my friend. She's obsessed with me. She's the star of the stream. And if you are subscribed, you get a Winnie badge. And you can use her emotes. I also post lots of pictures of her in my Discord and on Instagram. Because it's the law. If you have a cat, you gotta post pictures. That's what the internet is for. Okay, so I put the capacitors through. We're gonna solder the legs. And then I think that, well, besides the Pro Micro, I think that might be one of the last soldering we gotta do. We'll test the Pro Micro first. Whenever you use Pro Micros, Elite Cs, or those types of controllers, I highly recommend you test and flash them first. Just because if it's not working before you solder it, it is a pain to desolder. That's the main thing. Is desoldering Pro Micros is like, unless you have one of the Berber guns, which luckily I have one, but yeah, if you don't have one, it is such pain. And I definitely don't know that from experience. No, I do. I mess them up all the time, but not anymore. We learned our lesson. Put these down. Also, if you're clipping little wires, it's a good idea to like keep your hand over it so it doesn't slap you in the face. Because sometimes these little wires like to go flying. And we don't want that now, do we? Alright. Cool. So we got our sockets and our capacitors installed. We got the diodes. I'll have to ask them if they want the TRS jack, but I can ask them later. Basically, what this board is capable of is that you can like connect their other like PCBs, like the numpad, together using a TRS cable and like a jack on this side, which is pretty cool. It's not something I see very often. Okay, so now let's do the MCU. We're going to do, well, let's test the controller first and make sure it works. So this company, Nobits, has their own controller called the Bit C. So we'll be plugging that in and make sure that it works. Yeah, it just looks like a standard Pro Micro. This one is white. And it uses the Atmega 32U4. Another thing to be mindful of when you're doing these types of kits is which direction the controller fits, because they're not reversible. there is a upside depending on which board you're building. For us, the components are gonna go up, so it'll sit like this on the PCB. So let's plug it in, make sure it works, and we will go from there. I don't think it's flashed already, so we're gonna need to flash it. Let me pull up the QMK toolbox, and we'll also download the firmware. That's for the scramble. Oh, here, pre-built firmware and source code. Okay, so we're gonna down the Nibble. They have an OLED pet tech? What? Okay, wait. This is cute. Oh, hey, Gnarly Charlie. Yeah, we're still on. We've started our through-hole kit journey. And by journey, I mean it will take many days to do. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which hex I want to install. You know, I'm gonna download the VIA hex and then we'll go from there. Just for testing, and then later I can flash it with the OLED stuff. You missed the notification? Oh my gosh. Are you even my friend? What happened? So here, I wasn't gonna say anything, but like, through the rabbit hole, yeah. So this is QMK Toolbox. I've loaded or opened the hex file that we're gonna be flashing. I usually hit auto flash, just because I'm lazy. And then when we plug it in, if it doesn't automatically start like loading, meaning it went into bootloader mode, what we can do is to get into bootloader mode, you just hit with your tweezers the reset and ground pins twice. So these two. So you'll plug it in, hit these twice, and it should go into what's called bootloader mode. Bootloader mode just means it's ready to accept new firmware, essentially. Okay, so we're gonna plug it in. Oh, there it goes. So it does seem to be, it went into bootloader mode automatically. And now on my computer it says we're setting up Nibble. So we know that it is recognizing the controller. And that's it. Auto flash is also good sometimes because you have a short window. Yeah, that was one of the mistakes when I first was like building these types of boards, was some controllers, like you only have like maybe like a 5-second window from the time you plug it in to when you can get bootloader mode started. So I would have to like plug it in and then real fast be like try to reset it. So that was always entertaining. Alright, let's put this here. Okay, and then it comes with these headers. They're not pre-cut, but we can cut it. I'm gonna do the long side down. So I basically am just fitting the headers. These strips with like the pins through them are called pin headers. So I'm just gonna cut them to the length I need. So I'm just inserting it through the controller. And then I can cut it here. They clip pretty easily. And then I'll do one more. I think they give you a strip of these just because you can also use them for the OLED. It's nice to have some extras. There you go. Okay. So what we're gonna do for this is we'll use the controller to help us guide these pins. One thing that's kind of cool actually is that they staggered the pin. I don't know if you can see this. See how the holes aren't exactly in a straight line? They're like slightly offset. What that does is it slightly pushes the pins, like every other pin, against each other, so that like they're more it's basically like friction fitting it into the hole, so like they won't wobble like side to side. So yeah, like normally you would see it would kind of like fall over, but in this case, because of the staggering of those holes, it keeps them like pretty vertical. Kind of cool. So we'll put our controller down. This is what it's gonna look like once it's soldered on. We have our pin headers through the PCB, our controller sitting on top. So we'll solder the bottom, so the pins will be connected to the bottom PCB, and then we'll solder the top, so it'll be connected here. I'm also gonna put a piece of tape, Kapton tape, over the resistors just for protection. And there's nothing on here, but it should be fine. But I'm also paranoid, so there's that. Also, what I do for controllers and for the pin headers, I put as little solder as possible just to make it easier. If I do need to desolder, there's only a little bit. So we want just enough to make a connection, but not too much to make it difficult to desolder in the future. These pins can take a little bit to heat up because they're pretty thick relative to like diode legs and stuff. So I just like to reflow them to make sure that we're getting a solid connection. That looks good to me. Oh, I think your camera's in. Yeah. It was probably too close to my face anyways, because I was like this. Okay. So we got our controller on there. Let me throw down some tape just in case, because we're paranoid. I think I'm just gonna put it on the back side of this. Yeah, sometimes I wish I could. I've been thinking about experimenting with like a different camera angle, but it would be kind of hard in my room just because I don't have a lot of space. Because yeah, I was thinking it might be nice to do like a over the shoulder situation. But I don't know if I have the equipment for that. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of tape on the back since I know this is gonna be. It's probably not touching, but it'll come close to the resistors that are underneath it. So I just wanna provide a little insulation. Can't hurt anything. Alright, let's put this here. Double check our guide. Okay, MCU. Hey, what's up, Switch Doctor? Hey, you! What's up, girl? How's it going? I learned a new Australian name for an animal. Make sure everyone to go follow Switch Doctor. She's awesome. Relaxing with the heat pad? Nice. Okay, what was the one I told you about that was like the crawfish, but it's like, is it like a yabby or something like that? There's another shrimp that you guys have that we don't have called a scampi. I learned that from Bin Chicken. Yeah, I heard about yabbies from what show? Oh, I was watching that show of the it's that vet guy that has like his jawline is like but no, like, so because I thought shrimp scampi is like a dish that we eat here, but they have like a species of shrimp called a scampi. And it has like long claws. So I was very confused. Because somehow my YouTube recommendations took me to like MasterChef Australia. So I was confused when they were talking about scampi. I was like, it's a shrimp. Here, Winnie. Say hi to the Switch Doctor. See if I can put it over here. Okay. Hey, what's up? Thanks, Sandy. We try. it's the only thing I got going for me at this point. Alright, let's solder our Pro Micro. I'm kind of really tempted to use my other solder. Winnie's sad eyes are to die for. She is fluffy. I wish you all could just like pick up Winnie because she's so dense but squishy. He has like permanent grumpy face. She's honestly my nicest cat though. She's like the most friendly out of all of them. You turned away from your friend. But she has the face of grumpiness. That's better. It's kind of leaning to one side because I soldered more pins on this side. So I kind of evened it out. Ooh, something I was reading about today that is pretty exciting is there's a new, well, I don't know how new the controller is, but it'll be new to QMK. Is the Raspberry Pi, the 2040 or whatever, that chip. The QMK support is getting really close. So hopefully in the next couple months we'll have an additional option for controllers, which the controller shortage has basically decimated the Atmega 32U4 and 32U2 supply, which is the main ones that you'll see in keyboards. And like the pricing has like just shot up if you can actually find them. But the RP2040 is still very inexpensive. There's a lot of stock available. And there's other companies that have already created like what is it called? Like Pro Micro footprint versions of it. Like the Adafruit Feather is one. SparkFun has their own. So yeah. Once we see that, hopefully we'll start to see more people adopt it. And we should have some more competitively priced PCBs shortly. Because yeah, the shortage is like wrecking is wrecking the PCB world. Gonna buy a whole reel? Heck yeah. I found a company in the UK, which is where I got the Atmega 32U2s in like low quantities. Cause that's the other thing is like some places will have them in stock, but you gotta buy like 1,000 chips at a time. I'm like, I don't got money for that. I just need like 3. But I did find a place in the UK. Oh, hey, Nokibo! What's up? Noki. Welcome to my baby stream. Okay. Just finishing up the Pro Micro on this. I think this might be one of the ground pins. Is it the ground pins on these? Or just the ground pins generally? They take a long time to heat up because the ground pin is connected to the full ground plane, which will cover the entire PCB pretty much. So if you notice, like when you're soldering, there's a ground pin that's taking forever to heat up. That's why, because all that heat is getting dissipated. Okay. My night is going good, Noki. We're working on this Nibble 65. It's cute. Finn has such a deep bark when he wants to. What the heck? Kokoro Vaka says, I'm not ready to spend $40 on an Elite C when building a split keyboard. I know, right? Especially since you need 2. Well, I guess you could get away with a Pro Micro on the second one, but yeah, it sucks. Also, hello, Ruminative. Welcome back. I hope your food is good. He was communicating with the neighbor's dog. He sounds so aggressive. He's like, hey! Hey! Okay, we're gonna now continue on. I'm gonna put the encoder in later, I think. But we do have all the components in place. So we'll put these chips in here and go from there. Be my friend! I just canceled all my GMK group buys. Dang! Which ones did you cancel? Okay. So these chips too, by the way, I recommend bending the pins in slightly, like very slightly. It'll make it easier when inserting them into the socket. A lot. Get my money back and invest in nice PPT. Nice. So the one on the right is how it comes, and then this is the one I just bent a little bit. Not very much, but it will help when putting these into here. Yeah, I've been thinking about I feel like I'm done with like GMK group buys unless it's something like insane and I love it. But yeah, my thing right now is like I don't want to invest in more keycap sets until I get rid of some of the other ones I have. So that's where I'm at right now. Going to try to wait and pre-order or try for extras. See, it's kind of like a catch-22, right? Because I feel like everyone is gonna wait for extras, and so unless the vendor you're running with has the capital to buy out the rest of the MOQ, then it's a gamble, right? So you're gambling on whether or not the vendor has enough capital to buy out extras, or else it's not gonna get made. So that's why I'm like, unless it's a set I really, really want, I'm gonna just hope for the best and get extras. Because yeah, it's like the wait right now, it's too much. And it's a lot of money to just be sitting there. And I think we all got hyped by the panini. We were bored. We got our stimmies. We were feeling extra. But now reality is setting back in. And when I have my mountain of GMK sets, you know, will I be happy? Who knows? I was real happy buying them. I'll tell you that. If it's Omni type or novel keys, you're good on extras. Yeah, exactly. If it's a larger vendor, and that's the thing though, right? Is like, do vendors need, like, at least the larger ones? Smaller vendors, I have no problem with group buy, but for the larger vendors, do we even need the group buy model anymore? I don't know. I think for some of them, they could probably just live their dreams and do it without doing that. But the thing is, they're gonna have to pre-order these things very far in advance, and they don't want their money just sitting in hoping and waiting. So, all right. So PCB is working. I plugged it in. We're gonna test the keys now to make sure that all of these positions are working. Oh yeah, thanks Noki for hanging out. Have a good night. I think with current lead times, they still need group buys. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, until I think the GMK queue like moves fast enough and like the backlog is gone, it's kind of hard for them to like realistically have their money sitting in sets that aren't selling, you know, like, which is why I think we're gonna see a lot more what the, we'll see a lot more PBT sets because the turnaround time is way faster. Okay. Do I have? Okay, yeah, I do. There, are you doing in stock things? Oh, I think I unplugged on accident. Hold on. Yeah, let's reset test matrix. So we're just testing all the keys now to make sure that our diodes... Oh! It unplugged itself. Is there a key bound to that? Let me, I'm gonna just run my iron over. Oh, you know what? There's a freaking join. There's a solder join, you guys. I failed you. See right there? Beauty influencer hand. There's two pins that are touching each other. We gotta fix that mess. Let me get my solder sucker. But yeah, I think for the enthusiast hobby, unless and for larger vendors, PBT is the way. I honestly like PBT better, so I'm having a good time. Plus, like, for the price, the return on investment, you can't beat PBT. Sad times for ABS admirers. Oh, yeah. That's the thing, though, right? Is like, there's not really a competitor for GMK, like, in terms of double shot ABS or enthusiast. So we just need one to rise up out of the ashes. Okay, Nibble, test matrix. If it's still resetting, then I will have a suspicion that one of these keys is... What the heck? Maybe? Let me try to reset this. We got hacked by good deals. Wait, if I do it this way. No, it's still not responding. Let me just check the key map isn't something weird. We're getting hacked. Let me try a different USB cable too. I would rather just do... Oh, you know what one is? Okay, let's turn off. I love when PCBs work as intended. I have a feeling there's some cold joints because of the solder I'm using. But yeah. We're gonna turn the winning cam off since she's knocked out. And I need this USB port. Yeah, SAQs are super long. Holy crap. It's been nice seeing, like, it's hard to tell if it's, I mean, obviously it's probably because of necessity, but it's good seeing people adopt signature plastic other profiles. You know, give some variety, something different. Okay, so setting up. So it's ready to go. That's the matrix. Yeah, I feel like SP, I don't really compare SP to like GMK just because it's expensive. Relative. Well, I mean, they're both expensive, but. Okay, it's not responding and it keeps resetting. Okay, let's go back over our Pro Micro. And let's switch to my other solder. And I'm also just inspecting like underneath. I'm looking for places where a lot of solder could have seeped to the other side. I haven't received a single group I set from Signature Plastics. I'm trying to think what SP sets I ordered for group buy. Carpinteria is delayed for like 1 or 2 months. What was the lead time for Carpinteria? I think too there was an issue where the order wasn't submitted though for like a while. Two SA sets coming this year, hopefully 8010 and Fledgling. Oh, Fledgling is the one with the little burger, right? The one I'm waiting on, I think, is for SA, is SA Recall. Designed by our friend Lang. The bottom ones look fun. The top one I'm sus about. I'm just gonna reflow all of them. We're gonna check the joins on the reset switch. That could be another area where having a struggle. Worst case scenario, we Berber gun this myth, or we get the multimeter out. Okay, that looks better, I think. Because my expectation would be that the power light would stay on. I wonder if they have any info about that. Figure, Nibble. Okay, it is responding now. That's good. See if it resets. I'm gonna avoid the top row for now. Oh, the Windows key works. I hate that crap. I don't know why it does it every time, but it's annoying. Oh, okay, so these are the different spacebar options. So I think this is space. And probably that, yeah. This one's like the middle key. Yeah, I think it was just some cold join. So we should be Gucci now. Dude, I love these kind of keyboards. They're so fun. Yeah, see how the LED is on too? Oh, it's hard for you guys to see, but the LED is on now permanently. Before it was like turning off. The children slumber. Were they good tonight or they were being bad? Oh, does it not want to work now? Oh, look. It unplugged again. Just when I was like, this LED is on. It said not today. I'm curious if it has to do with something on the back. I'm gonna trim down those legs and see if that helps. Because I'm wondering if maybe it's like touching something on my mat or something. Oh yeah, look. See how it like stopped? Yeah, it's like not picking it up anymore. Oh, look. Okay, let me try removing. I'm gonna try clipping the leg. MCU is not heating up, it's the pins. The resistor's not touching it. Okay, I'm gonna clip the USB port pad. No, it looks fine. I'm curious, like, I'm just gonna plug it in. It seems like if I move the PCB too much, like it would start, it like, I'm wondering maybe there's like solder or something on my mat. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do some testing just to be sure everything's Gucci. I don't know what else could be shorting it though. But yeah, I'm gonna check the reset button. And then yeah, it's weird. See if we can get through all. I just want to make sure that at least the switches work. So that way we know the diodes are fine. And then I'll keep doing testing on the... Okay, Windows key works. Okay, so all the switches work. Yeah, my guess is maybe something is happening on the bottom side here. I don't see any pins touching, but I'll reflow all this stuff just in case. Nothing's touching on the top side either. But yeah, I'll need to mil-max this board too at some point. And then we'll install the LEDs as well as there's an encoder here. And then I need to double check on them about the... Oh, hello! Thank you for host. Wow, rating by important research. Oh my gosh. How's it going, researchers? It's Ryan's birthday? Bro, happy birthday, researcher Ryan. Yeah. How's your keyboard? Is your keyboard very birthday tonight? Winnie is here. She says happy birthday too, but she's sleeping. You listen. I was very proud of myself, Ruminative, when I made that thing. Yeah, happy birthday. I hope your keyboards are working, your RGBs are on fleek, and that you get to eat some cake. Oh, you're born on Pie Day too? Do you eat cake or pie though on your birthday? That's the real question. Are you a pie guy? You're a cake fiend? Let us know. Yeah, we're working on this keyboard. Just finished building most of it. I'm just kind of tweaking some stuff on the bottom. But yeah, I'm pretty much done for today. I need to we're gonna do what's called mil-maxing the switches, so we'll be putting these little sockets in each of these switch holes later. But yeah, I probably won't do it tonight just because it's been over 3 hours already. So yeah, I'm just gonna reflow these pins on the bottom. But how is the research? How's the research going? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna remove these first. These little tips. Just in case. I usually just use a little tweezer to push them up. It can be kind of difficult, but just gotta jimmy it up there. Also, thank you for the follow to Cody. The row of diodes is sweet. Heck yeah. Yeah, I like these style of builds. They look really cool. Very like retro. computer vibes. Plus, they're fun to build. Kind of bent some of the pins, so straighten that out. The other things to keep in mind with these style of socket or chips is that the legs on them are kind of soft, almost, if that makes sense. Which means they're very easy to break off if you bend them too many times. So just be careful. I was able to successfully repair one by using a diode leg. Another reason to keep your diode legs around. Hey, what's up, Doc Thumbs? How's it going? We're working on a Nibble keyboard tonight. And I'm just gonna reflow some of these joins just because I'm paranoid. But hope you're doing good. Hey, what's up, Malk? We're working on this Nibble keyboard today. I'm just reflowing a couple of joins. Because it was like resetting on me randomly. But it doesn't seem to be doing it as much now, so hopefully it's good. How you doing though? I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. I'm particularly bored today, like I can't focus on anything. Oh no. Do you need like a subject you want to study, or you mean just generally with work? Yeah, finding focus on work is like something I've been struggling with too for the last few years working from home. What I do is I try to like incentivize myself to focus on things and break it down into increments of time. So like for this 1 hour I'll be focused on this and this only, and then after that I can do whatever I want. Another thing I thought that's been, yeah, I was gonna say Martin Luther Bling Pomodoro technique's pretty cool. And there's actually quite a few Twitch streamers who will like have a co-working stream, and you can like, they'll have the timers up and everything. Those are kind of cool. I like to like writing out a list helps. 25 minutes of focus time and then 5-minute break. After a few rounds you get a longer break. Yeah. The Pomodoro makes you anxious. Oh no. I wonder if maybe doing it in like longer increments might be better. Because yeah, 25 minutes isn't a lot of time. And depending on what you're doing, it can take that long to just get in the mindset and figure out what you're doing. At least for coding anyways. Okay. I reflowed everything. So let's plug it in. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna clip the legs. Also, these header pins, the legs are danger. When you clip them, they're very like thick, so it'll shoot at you. And it's very scary and painful. So what I usually do is I'll get like either a piece of cloth or like I'll get a napkin like this and I'll just kind of like make a little barrier so it don't hit me. And just kind of like cover it while I'm clipping, because otherwise you might hit yourself in the face. And if you touch it and clip it, it like shoots it into your finger, so don't do that. I definitely don't know that from experience. I clip inside a plastic bag. Oh, that's smart, because then it'll catch all the little pins. I should look into that. Yeah. Me smart sometimes. Bro, you're smart a lot of times. Tiny's a freaking genius. And if you don't, you should definitely go follow her. If she's a pro keyboard streamer. Okay, let's put this back together. Alright. Okay, try to plug it back in. We'll do one more test. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I'm also paranoid. Use this. Switch this to Nibble. Such a cute name for a keyboard. Reminds me of like little fishies or something. Oh look, it reset again. I don't know if it's my cable or what. Let me try the other cable. The USB port looks fine. There. Like if I keep it laying flat on my Mac, then it like stops working, which I mean it could be there's like definitely solder residue on here, so maybe it's shorting something. Oop, Windows key works. Yeah, I think the real test will be when we assemble the case. If there's something I could put on like the bottom of the Pro Micro. I might put some tape on the bottom of it just to make sure it doesn't accidentally short on something. Yeah, I don't know what else it could short on. Well, either way, it's working. Oh wait, it's this one. There you go. Okay. Look. Sick! We did it. Okay, so I'm debating what I want to do because I still need to Milmax it. I think we'll Milmax and assemble this the next time. I guess we could do the LEDs. We'll do it later because it's already over 3 hours. I'm very lazy. If you didn't know already. But yeah, the LED. Oh, dude. Bruh. Tanya, missed opportunities. What? CubeNoob, the worst username. LED, the best username. What the heck? Oh my gosh. See, this is why you're the influencer, girl. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's wild. Changing my username now. Dang. Oh my gosh. Well, if that's not an even... Oh my gosh. Bruh. Tanya. You're a genius. Ooh, shout out to El Pollo Loco. Bruh. Rufio, how do you know my mind? I love El Pollo Loco, dude. Also, we got a lot of Spanish speakers in the chat. I love it. I love it. You didn't know my dad is fluent in Spanish? I am not fluent in Spanish. At all. But yeah, let me do some shout outs. Again, shout out to our sponsors, Thought Keys and 3D Keys, the best. Also, I have a giveaway going on my Instagram right now, sponsored by Thought Keys. You can win a rotary encoder. Looks just like this one, called the TKR01. It has a solid brass bottom with the Thought Keys logo, and then it has a black aluminum encoder knob. So you can win one of these babies on my IG. I'll be selecting the winner on Wednesday, And then, yeah, I'll send it to you. Let's find somebody to raid. Taki sounds like Takis. It makes me want the Trader Joe's variant. Wait, is the Trader Joe's variant good? I don't think I've ever tried that one. Okay, let's find somebody to raid. Should we use the keyboard tag? I buy 4 bags at a time. Heck yeah. Okay, let's see. Building this. What are they building? I see a through hole. Alice. Do we want more through hole boards or do we want... There's a portico. Lame. Switch couture. What do we want? See what else. Sometimes people stream but they don't use the keyboard tag, which makes it difficult for me to find them. Let's do the through hole. Who are you? Oh, someone's making artisan. Let's do the artisan maker because I'm addicted to artisans. Okay, let's do this. Me a turd. Oh yeah, no problem, Turtle Cat. Also, I saw your cat so freaking cute in the Discord. We'll do show us your keyword as our raid message. And then if you have the cube noob horn, you can do that too. Do that. Alright, everybody. Thank you all for hanging out. Welcome to all the Alex Sotos fans. Thank you again to Alex Sotos for the raid. I will be back on Wednesday. We're going to be doing some PCB design. And for my what is it called? Garbage truck. So we're finishing up the PCB that I'm designing. And we'll probably get into how to order components on JLC PCB. But yeah, I hope you all have a good night. Thanks for all the new followers, subscribers, and I will see you later. Bye bye.